doesn't have like this stuff in it, and it's crazy. We have water that just needs the fountain structures removed, and I think and I think that's where players and devs clash, because players want the effects, but I don't think the devs are that interested in giving us just effects. Like, oh, you want water? Boom, there it is, water. Because water isn't exactly decor. So I wonder how long that'll last until they give in, right? All right. All right, folks, this is Oisian's place. We're over in the Founders, and let's see, what do we have here? Things are lightly closed off. We have like these like light barriers using greens, plus some Lordaeron fencing, plus a wyvern. It's like, yo, just because we're in Founders doesn't mean we have to use Founders mounts. Now, of course, this is one of these plots that's right next to this graveyard. One of the very popular spots, folks that want to pull off like that sort of vibe, some sort of like kind of like edgelordy build. Down here, we have stuff being watered, things are popping, and then the back here, here's like the lots. So here's where they're kind of like inserting like some of their own decor into the existing bits to just sort of like match the theme and make the lot feel like a lot bigger. Oh, the puppies and whatnot, they're all okay. They're at least covered under the greenhouse, so cool for them. They can like hang out and keep themselves dry. We have a couple of monuments to fallen friends or enemies, probably friends. One small friend, oh, which makes me kind of sad now. Oh, but then also we have like the tools to send them to those graves. All right. And they're ogre sized. Yo, check it out. There's no more than, yeah, ogre sized, or let's see, gnarled in size, basically big dudes. So this place is working people. All right, so we'll keep going around. So we can kind of see like some small bits that help to line the lot limits. Pass by this, and then maybe this is kind of a shop of sorts. Let's find out, shall we? All right, so here's the notes. Welcome to the shared sanctuary of Oisian and Reculitus, a peaceful home blending mystical elegance with warm comfort, filled with glowing lanterns, tranquil meditation spaces, enchanted relics, lush gardens, and cozy gathering corners. This is the place for creativity and healing and friendship and quiet reflection. Whether you arrive for Reiki on the beach or simply a moment of calm, every room invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and feel at home in the magic of Azeroth. But then we got keys to do, yo. We got places to be, we got stuff to grind and all that. No, I'm just kidding. So as soon as we walk in, we pass by these little drapes here. Let me turn around real quick. Oh, interesting setup. Because we have like this sort of like coffin door, but then also, because of the shaping of the coffin, neat way of coming in. We have these immediate window boxes to give us a clue of, where we came from, which was, a little bit brighter than what's being offered outside in the lot. But that's just how that goes. Pass by the drapes. We're greeted. Oh, here we go. We're greeted by our animal friends. Hey, whoever lives here is very tall. Got it. I am not, clearly. So we come in. So immediately, like I feel like warmed up, because the space, this is a plush shaped room, very tight with the setup. So here we have like this very lived in desk. Let me go ahead and like kind of weave my way over, have a seat, right? Are people big? Yeah, so very tall people, like I said, live here. But this is the reception desk. Folks are coming in. Maybe we're like selling stuff. That's like a guest book of sorts. And folks are invited to, walk around, say hi to the animals, and relax. So I feel like, yeah, they mentioned Reiki, which is like a form of like sort of like energy healing stuff. I'm not too familiar with it myself, but it's that kind of place where you just kind of come in for an escape, and we can escape in that direction, or straight, or to the left. Let me do a quick glance here because I think this immediately takes us outside. So I'd like to see what we have here first. So the first off, so because this outdoor space, I'm sorry, the skybox room comes in like so close to the entrance, it sort of feels like we're going back outside of sorts. So this is kind of like a little side yard kind of thing. And as we go in, we have like this immediate like Stonehenge kind of vibe with all the rocks being shaped in this sort of formation. Now, of course, this is Warcraft, so they can do this at any time. They could just be like, "All right, shaman, do your thing. All right, buddy," and make this sort of thing happen. But this does have a sort of like ritualistic sort of thing to it. So it's like, okay, here I am. I'm inviting folks to come out. Everyone just can kind of like have their seats. All right, guys, let's just kind of soak in the sounds of nature and like the hum of these stones and all that. And let's just try to relax. And then people are like, yo, the neighbors are really loud. So, dude, just try to drown it out. This is part of the discipline and all that. It's all right. So let's take a look around here. Around these stones, there are like kind of like look like tents being set up that are surrounding the spots. So we have a number of tents there and there. We have one Arakoa person statue, either or, that's out here. Maybe they're working on the trees. Maybe they're making sure that harvesting is good. But yeah, lots of tents for folks to basically, once they're done doing stuff here, they can just sort of like sit back and relax before going back into civilization, right? That's the kind of messaging that I'm getting out of this spot. So this is a place to decompress and just kind of forget about everything for a little bit before going back into the cold realities of grinding for Void Light Marl and all that. But maybe once we're done in this spot, maybe we might be hungry. We might want to get a bite to eat or something. So I think we'll go this way next. We'll see where this takes us. Oh, okay. This is a different sort of relaxing. Hell yeah, dude. Everyone's got their own hookah. Dude, how about that? How opulent do you get with that? So, yo, no, we're not sharing. This one's mine. Okay. I ain't doing this whole wipe down and all that stuff. Everyone's just kind of like chilling, doing their thing. So this is quite the hot box. We got void stuff coming in, so this stuff must be intense. I'm sure that these curtains, they were white. They were white. They eventually got like smoked in, and now it just soaked up all the different things that have been burning over the years, and now it's like this nice pale bronze. So yeah, folks are having fun in here for sure. All right, so that's how we came in. This looks like an octagonal room, so maybe we'll see if this takes us anywhere. Yeah, it does. Oh, immediately outside. Oh wow. All right. So don't really expect that in the smoke room. So let's come out again. And okay, we got this whole upper platform here, and it feels like this is where like a lot of animals are, sort of. I mean, I do see one wyvern there, two wyverns there, so they're hanging out. Nope, griffins are here too. So maybe this is like their nest, like their roost. This is where like people hang out. So you want to hang with the animals? Cool. From the smoke room. Now, of course, hookahs aren't all about like getting like super high or anything like that, but let's just pretend. Yo, dude, look at the aminos. They're so cute. Dude, this one just keeps doing the same movement all the time. It's like they're NPCs or something. No, man, that's just what they like doing, dude. Yeah, so neat. Let's look around. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, this is definitely a place like for the animals, but it's a place for us to hang out here too. You know, rest, sit, relax, hopefully not get eaten and all that. Yeah. Any other animal friends out here? Does not appear so. Actually, there could be, right? Now, this could be a place for Murgles, but I noticed that we're also invited to sit in some of these places too. Or at least, we're invited to sit under those for, again, a bit of relaxation. Not unlike the other place, it's daylight over here. So nice and bright and airy as we come out here. How come everything's so big as a tutorial up here? Maybe. Yeah. Not everything is sized up for the perfect race. Okay, notice that as we're climbing up here, they purposefully like made this whole climb kind of rickety. I like that. I like that. Some slight tilts and angles here as we go higher and higher and higher and onto a bed. A very large bed, actually. Or actually, no, it's just a bed for one. It looked like it was for two. And we do have like one other animal friend up here. So it's a place that is, I mean, honestly, it's ripe for the picking. If the wyverns or the griffins, they wanted to get up here and start like picking out like some of the growth that's up here, it's like, yo, what's cooking up here? Or if they want to get treasure for some reason, because what's in here? More plants. Just kidding. That's just clipping to the spot. And let me zoom out some. Yeah, very very filled out. So it's like a cool oasis or meadow for animal friends. Or maybe they're kind of gravitated over because like, yo, what's that smell? That's like coming out here. Could be that too. So back to the smoke room. We're here. And let's see what's going on this way. Don't assume it's another outdoor thing. No. Actually, is a transition. So like you have, depending on where you're going, you have hella people that are coming in through here. So it's sort of like a gauntlet. You're invited to come, but if you want to stay, hang out, it's all good. But here we're in a stairwell. And this gives off the illusion of, okay, that's actually outside, which I find to be really cool. But of course, we're invited to like go upstairs at least like one other level. There's like this whole upper loft there too. That's neat. But yeah, this turns out to be a big old library. Bookses and bookses and places to read, snack, have a good time, try to relax. Because some folks, they want to get lost in a good book too. Invited to do some like gaming related stuff as well. And here we have like this sort of glow here, right? Now we have some intrusive glows that are coming from that Mechagon light over there, but let's not worry about that for a moment. Let's just admire that we have this whole like outdoor vibe going on. That's cool. So like see, I think I had a good shot. It was like here, you know. Most of the things are kind of hidden. Yeah, there we go. That's how you cheat. All right. So let's climb. Let's go through the library, past the draconic lighting, more places to sit. Again, really intense with the whole library vibe. So remember, we came from one of the crosses in the um, hookah room. So we might need to do some backtracking, and we'll see if this kind of like if this takes us back around or whatnot. And up here, this whole gallery, right? Oh, a very busy gallery. Like whoever's here, they are pumping. Yeah, the AI, it's pumped. It's like, yo, prompt, just make me some Azeroth stuff, and it just kept going, producing. I'm just messing. But yeah, very busy work from the artists that are back here. They have their own hookah, dude. They just grabbed one. They're like, yo, I gotta go. And then then the other people in the hookah room, they're like, "Oh, dude, where did he go? I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's all good. We got more because this place is rich. They got hookahs for everyone. It's pretty crazy." So this dude just snuck up and brought his own drink and smokes for himself. And no one's gonna find this guy because like he's all the way up here. So it's not like they can like trace the smell or anything. Yeah, this is the most fun part of the house. At least whoever lives there, they're having the most fun. So after the stairwell room, we cross over into this sort of long hallway. Oh, check out the array of like rugs. Check out the floorwork here. Highly unique. Lots of curved tables, kind of coming together. You can see how they snake together here. They clip here. That's okay though. It's just part of the design. But yeah, kind of a neat pattern that they have set up that leads us all the way down that hallway. And we have this very like opulent look, very low lit. You know, you don't see a single light inside except for here, which I find kind of curious. Yeah, so pretty dark hallway there. Well, let's see what's in here. I feel like it's a place that feels like a departure from many of these other rooms, but let's see. Because it's the bathroom. No. Yes. No. Well, I mean, it has a bathtub, but it also has a. You know, maybe this is like one of those like private rooms that are made for like relaxing and stuff. Maybe because we have the Grand Loo. All right, we got a separate bathroom, but also a place to like sort of relax. So you have this sort of like parlor area. That's kind of neat. Very private. Ever been to one of those places? They're nice, man. They are nice. It's like a little hotel room, but it's just a bathroom, but with more furniture. It's very relaxing and just well these days hardly affordable, but a lot of fun. A lot of fun. The throne room. There we go. Well said. So going through here, this is the Hall of Opulence. These are like the expensive paintings with the frames and all that stuff. These ain't cheap. You know, you want to get your plus one? Cool. Get your plus one, but you're going to throw down like a couple grand for each of these. And then we enter. Oh, huh. This is like a stage of sorts. All right. It is a restaurant and stage. Okay. We'll go there in a bit because there seems to be a lot going on back there. First off, we have this nice little kind of bar area, but not so much a bar. Like, I don't see kitchen stuff here. Not yet. It's just a place where food has been served or is being served. Got some boar or whatnot being prepped there. Lots of stuff being set up. One more hookah. Can never have enough of those, apparently. And then we have like all these different couch setups. Coffins. Notice how coffins are acting as like the rear cabinets or like, you know, things to kind of line the back. Or we can say this is very, I don't know, something feels very dark about this. It's like here we are, we're sitting, we're staring at this coffin with the candles and the wine and everything. So is this a place of mourning of sorts? It could be like a big funeral parlor almost, I, but maybe not. It could be gothic, yeah. It's just kind of a sudden shift. But now let's see what's going on here because I see the windows and then I see a lot that is beyond the windows. Yeah, there's a lot going on back there. They're like target dummies that are staring inside as if we're like taken prisoner or something like that. But I also feel like this is a stage because you have a lot of people who are here too. Interesting. What sort of story is being told here? So let's see what if we can go through here. Okay, so we can go through here. And it turns out, oh, okay, it's just a hallway. It's only a hallway, and I feel like I'm not maybe not meant to be here, but I am. because it feels like what they purposely made this as an illusion. And then this just takes us to the other side, right? Yeah, there we go. Again, here we got the whole magic mirror going on. Is there a fence in front of them? No, these are just windows. Bunch of windows. But then we cross through here. And now where are we? Well, I'm pretty lost now. So we're in this stairwell room, but we have, okay, that's kind of cute. We have like um this whole fireplace set up instead using the dark portals. But also like this cool tailoring shop back here. Check it. I've seen this done a number of times, but I just love the way that this comes off. You know, the racks and racks and racks of linen. And then they do the same thing here with the curtains and whatnot. I like that. It's such a cool setup there. All right, so let's climb up because I'm very curious as to oh, what we're gonna see next. It's a storage of odds and ends. I feel like it has a retail vibe to it, but you might be right. It might just be for like storing these sorts of things. And okay, we are going up. Boom, 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 boom to this separate room. And inside we have storage. Got it. I'm like, that's a weird bed. No, storage for all sorts of like rando stuffs. All right. It's got to be somewhere. Otherwise, it's going to sit in our like storage, the core storage. Nice touch here with taking these tables and just sinking them down just for like a little wall decor. Neat. Oh, and they did it twice. So we cross over into this other room. This is being like carved out. And oh wow, I'm getting lost now. And then now we're in this very Pandoran room full of animals. Hey, animals. Want to try and get away from all the smoke, huh? But I didn't want to go outside because, those the griffins and the wyverns and whatnot, they can be kind of scary. Yeah, these really intense Pandoran vibes in this part of the house. So, this is a home for two people, and I can't really tell which is which. But we are going to like see these like strong depictions of, I guess these are the two bedrooms. Yeah, it looks like these are meant to be like the two bedrooms. Am I meant to go through here? No. I did just see the other side of this room, didn't I? So this has some, I guess, really strong Draenei vibes to it, or not. This looks more like workshop than bedroom. Lots of void stuff being worked on, dabbling with lost or forbidden technology, and no bed here. Yeah, so actually, this might be like the wing of like their bedroom. So like this is just like, okay, here's like the working side of things, and then on the other side was just where they sleep. You know what I mean? Very cool theme. Got very lost making my way up here too. Because here we are. Here's like basically their bedroom plus workshop and all that. So they're the guild leader of Phantasmagoria. Huh. Her guild is more into the RP side of housing. They do Reiki events and things like that. Nice people. No, nice. Yeah, very interesting setup. And this is like one person's place. So we need to find the other person's house, room. Yeah, so it's like this entire wing is kind of theirs, perhaps. All right, so we are still going through. We're gonna retreat back because I think it's kind of funny, like we had this whole illusion that was sort of set up because of the windows that were kind of obscuring things. I'm like, wow, how far does that go? Is that like a whole town? No, it's just like one room, but it seemed to like go out really far. I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, now we're jogging. We're gonna jog our way back. through the opulent hallway of paintings, past the bathroom. We're going to head back down the stairs through the library. See, this I don't mind so much. If we got to retreat back pretty far, at least I won't like super really disorient myself. So that was the outside. That was like a whole wing, and now we're gonna go this way. And now we have like some processing stuff. Oh wow. No, it's more like a restaurant area. Ooh, there we go. So, kitchen had to be somewhere. So I guess the food that's made here, it's wheeled up all the way, like down that hallway and everything, over to that spot. But here's where like the actual cooking is happening. So we cross over and we have like this very lived in setup. You know, things are out and about, actively cooking. Food is prepped, it's being moved, it's being served, it's being imbibed. We got plenty of stuff for like coffee, drinks, everything. Yeah, very filled out. That's cool. Very busy too. It's kind of funny because like it's the kind of place where like you go into a restaurant, right? And like sometimes you'll see this where you go in as a customer and then through like some sort of window you'll see like how the sausage gets made, right? You see everyone doing their thing, they're cooking, they're prepping stuff. uh that's always a cool spectacle to look at. I always enjoy those. All right, so we're ready to finally retreat back from this room, and I think we're ready to go straight behind this desk. So I think we're going to see the other person's side of the house. And from here, first off, okay, this has a whole meditation thing. So places to sit and sit and sit and sit. So that might be someone who's like talking from here. Like maybe they're doing oh god, what is it? Like the whole thing with the with the pots, singing pots or something like that. You know, this is a crystal, whatever. But there's some people that do that too. Yeah, this yeah, total like meditation and yoga vibes. Very interesting with the whole setup here because it has this like hallway sort of feel as opposed to what is sometimes like this more circular formation or whatnot. You know, but this is just how the layout happened to work out. Probably cool. No, I definitely get that vibe when walking into this room. And also interesting, you have like these birds here that bring in some of the vibes, yeah, some of the audio vibes. So maybe in this case, you won't have those like singing pot things or whatever they are in this spot. And if they wanted to, they could have just brought in the decor needed to depict that sort of thing. There's like plenty of those that can be used. Cool. But I failed to find the other bedroom. I maybe I missed something. I'm just kind of I want to jog through for my curiosity because it's like kitchen. I don't know. Oh wait, there was a bed here, so maybe this was meant to be the room. Ah, that could be it too. Yeah. So that might have solved the mystery. If so, cool. I'm gonna hang out here. So I think I've seen everything. So awesome, awesome build. Again, very relaxing. I think we got all the vibes that are trying to be depicted here. So very cool stuff. Thank you for showing us this place. And I think I should check for news things. Yes. Um, nope. That is just the Omnium Folio. The the softest borrowed power